Have you ever met someone who looks like an angel but hides a storm within? Today, we're diving into the 5 zodiac signs whose angelic faces conceal the darkest hearts. Prepare to be intrigued, because charm can be deceiving. 5. Libra. Beautiful and charming, yet their desire for control can hide a darker side. Libra is often regarded as the epitome of charm and elegance in the zodiac. Walking into a room, their presence alone seems to demand attention, not through arrogance, but through a natural magnetism that draws people in. Their smile is warm, their gestures graceful, and their words carefully chosen. They possess the rare ability to make anyone feel seen and appreciated, as if the universe has conspired to bring them into one's life to offer comfort and beauty. On the surface, a Libra's world is harmonious, balanced, and delightfully enchanting. People are naturally drawn to Libras because they radiate what seems to be pure goodness. They are polite, attentive, and generous in conversation, often going out of their way to ensure others feel included. A Libra's social instincts are finely tuned. They know what to say, when to say it, and how to make their listener feel special. Their elegance is not only in appearance, but in the way they navigate relationships and interactions. Friends, family, and even casual acquaintances often find themselves captivated by a Libra's angelic demeanor. It's easy to see why many describe them as having angelic faces. However, beneath this seemingly flawless exterior lies a complexity that can surprise even those closest to them. Libras are ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, which amplifies their sensitivity to disharmony and injustice. Their deep desire for balance and harmony is not merely a virtue, it can become a subtle but powerful weapon. When things do not go according to plan, when relationships or circumstances feel out of control, Libra's innate charm can mask a more calculated side. What appears as friendliness may sometimes be a strategic move to maintain influence, preserve stability, or even gain leverage over a situation. This duality, the angelic appearance paired with a controlling streak, makes Libras particularly complex. In social settings, they may appear diplomatic, fair-minded, and generous. They often serve as mediators in conflicts, using their impeccable sense of fairness to calm tense situations. Yet, when a Libra senses a threat to their personal sense of equilibrium or influence, their behavior can shift subtly. Their manipulations are rarely overt. Instead, they use the softest of touches, the quietest of words, and the gentlest suggestions to guide outcomes in their favor. This is the darker side of their desire for control. They seek to shape reality around them, sometimes without others noticing until much later. Despite this, Libras are rarely malicious in intention. Most of their controlling tendencies stem from fear. Fear of chaos, of being undervalued, or of losing the admiration and approval they crave. They want life to feel beautiful, predictable, and just, and they believe their intervention ensures this outcome. When their efforts are challenged, or when others ignore their subtle guidance, a Libra can become calculating, cool, and strategic in their interactions. They will protect their inner world with a quiet, unyielding precision, revealing a side that few ever see coming. In relationships, this duality becomes even more pronounced. A Libra lover can be tender, attentive, and irresistibly charming, offering all the warmth one could hope for. They are partners who care about your feelings, who listen, and who make you feel prioritized. Yet, if they feel insecure or believe the relationship is threatened, that same charm can mask manipulation or subtle control. It is not always easy to recognize, because a Libra is an expert at keeping the balance between affection and influence. What appears as gentle persuasion can sometimes be an assertion of control, aimed at ensuring harmony in a way that aligns with their vision of the ideal. Even in friendships, a Libra's desire for equilibrium can lead to calculated behavior. They might smooth over conflicts or present solutions that serve both parties, or at times, subtly ensure that outcomes favor them. Their sense of justice is genuine, but it is also filtered through their intense need to maintain social balance and personal stability. While some might call this diplomacy, others might see it as a careful orchestration that hides their more assertive tendencies beneath a veil of charm. Ultimately, Libra teaches a critical lesson about appearances and reality. Their angelic face is not deceitful in the traditional sense. Rather, it reflects their natural grace and desire to connect with others positively. Yet, their darker, controlling tendencies remind us that even the most beautiful exteriors can conceal inner complexities. A Libra can be both a source of warmth and a master strategist, blending sweetness with subtle power. They are a living reminder that charm and intelligence, beauty and control can coexist in fascinating and sometimes unpredictable ways. Being close to a Libra means appreciating the light they bring into the world while also understanding the shadows that guide their decisions. Their dual nature is part of their allure. It makes them captivating, irresistible, and sometimes just slightly dangerous. Anyone who underestimates a Libra's intelligence or subtle control may find themselves unexpectedly maneuvered, influenced, or outmatched in a social, professional, or romantic scenario. In the end, Libra's beauty and charm are undeniable. Their faces may be angelic, their gestures tender, and their words poetic.
But their hearts, guided by a need for balance and a subtle mastery over circumstance, can conceal a complexity that is both mesmerizing and formidable. To truly know a Libra is to embrace both the light of their elegance and the shadows of their calculated desire for control. 4. Taurus. Gentle and serene outwardly, but stubbornness can turn dangerously possessive. Taurus, symbolized by the bull, is often the embodiment of calm and serenity. On the surface, they seem unshakable, like a steady rock amidst a turbulent sea. Their presence exudes a sense of reliability and peace, and people naturally gravitate toward them, seeking comfort in their grounded and reassuring nature. Tauruses are the kind of individuals who listen more than they speak, and when they do speak, their words carry a measured, deliberate weight that reflects their careful thought process. They are patient, kind, and at first glance appear incapable of acting impulsively or creating conflict. This gentle exterior often masks a more complex and intense inner world that only those who know them well can perceive. At their core, Taurus individuals crave stability, security, and comfort. Their love for routine and predictability allows them to thrive in an environment where they feel in control. This also extends to their relationships. They value loyalty, trust, and long-term commitment above all else. Once a Taurus chooses to invest emotionally, they do so wholeheartedly. Their dedication is unwavering, and their partners, friends, and family members often feel protected by the Taurus's quiet but firm presence. They have an innate ability to sense when someone is in need, often offering support without being asked, and their patience makes them reliable pillars of strength for those around them. Yet, as serene and gentle as Taurus can appear, their stubbornness is legendary. The very qualities that make them dependable can, under certain circumstances, become sources of tension and conflict. Once a Taurus sets their mind on something, changing it is no easy feat. They resist pressure, persuasion, or any form of coercion, believing deeply in their convictions and methods. This rigidity, when paired with intense emotions, can sometimes tip into possessiveness. In relationships, a Taurus may become overly protective, feeling threatened when they perceive even a slight deviation from loyalty or commitment. This possessiveness is not rooted in malice, but in their deep-seated need to safeguard what they cherish most. The possessive side of Taurus is particularly noticeable in matters of the heart. They invest their time, energy, and emotions in those they love, and they expect the same in return. If a partner appears distant or inattentive, Taurus may interpret it as a betrayal, and their gentle demeanor can quickly give way to subtle control or insistence on attention and reassurance.
This behavior, while stemming from insecurity about losing stability, can appear overwhelming to those who are unfamiliar with their intense need for security. Their insistence on loyalty and consistency can sometimes blur the line between care and control, and outsiders may misinterpret Taurus's intentions as selfishness or manipulation. Beyond relationships, Taurus's stubbornness manifests in other aspects of life as well. They approach challenges with persistence and patience, often sticking with long-term goals when others have given up. This determination is admirable, but it can sometimes make them inflexible in the face of new ideas or approaches. A Taurus will defend their perspective passionately, even when compromise might be the more reasonable option. Their careful, deliberate nature often protects them from rash decisions, but when threatened, this same deliberation can transform into unyielding obstinacy, making reconciliation or compromise difficult. Despite their possessive tendencies, Taurus is deeply loyal and dependable. Those who take the time to understand them realize that their intensity comes from a place of profound care and commitment. A Taurus's love is unwavering, their friendship steadfast, and their support consistent. When they are genuinely invested, there is little they won't do to ensure the well-being and happiness of those they care about. Their steadfast nature also makes them exceptional at handling crises. They remain composed under pressure, providing practical solutions while maintaining emotional stability for those around them. Taurus's connection to the material world further intensifies their desire for security. They take comfort in tangible symbols of stability, whether it's a cozy home, financial security, or reliable routines. This attachment can sometimes amplify their possessiveness, especially if they feel that the foundations they have built are at risk. Their love for beauty and comfort also means they value the aesthetic and sensory pleasures of life, from fine food to art and nature. While these qualities enhance their charm and magnetism, they also reflect their desire to maintain control over their environment and ensure that life unfolds according to their sense of balance and order. In friendships, Taurus can be incredibly nurturing, offering steadfast support and encouragement. They are the friend who remembers your birthday, who listens without judgment, and who provides practical help when you need it. However, they may also expect a level of loyalty that others find demanding. Their subtle possessiveness can manifest as jealousy if they feel sidelined or ignored, even if their friends' actions are innocent. Understanding a Taurus requires recognizing that their intensity is not selfishness. It is an expression of their deep commitment and a desire to protect the bonds that matter most to them. In love, a Taurus is both comforting and challenging. Their affectionate and patient nature makes them tender partners, capable of creating strong emotional bonds. Yet, their stubbornness and possessiveness can create tension, especially with partners who value independence or change. The key to maintaining harmony with a Taurus lies in understanding and respecting their need for security, loyalty, and consistency, while also recognizing their capacity for unconditional care and love. Ultimately, Taurus embodies the duality of gentle serenity and fierce determination. Their calm exterior and soft demeanor can mask a powerful inner world, where loyalty, passion, and possessiveness coexist. They are steadfast, reliable, and loving, but they are also unyielding when their values, emotions, or sense of security are challenged. This combination makes Taurus both comforting and formidable, a presence that is simultaneously soothing and commanding. Those who earn a Taurus's trust and affection discover a partner who is deeply devoted, unwaveringly loyal, and profoundly protective of the people and life they love. Yet, they must also navigate the subtle currents of stubbornness and possessiveness that define this extraordinary sign. In essence, Taurus teaches the world that gentleness does not equate to weakness. Their serene faces may hide a heart that is determined, possessive, and fiercely protective. To understand a Taurus fully is to appreciate both their calming presence and their unyielding resolve, a combination that makes them one of the most complex and captivating signs of the zodiac. 3. Gemini. Playful and sweet, yet their dual nature can create chaos behind the smile. Gemini, symbolized by the twins, is perhaps the most enigmatic and versatile sign of the zodiac. Outwardly, they are playful, charming, and endlessly engaging. Their social energy is magnetic, drawing people toward them like a moth to a flame. A Gemini has an uncanny ability to make anyone feel seen and heard, their conversations sprinkled with wit, humor, and curiosity. Their smile is infectious, their laughter contagious, and their personality seems to effortlessly balance charm with intellect. Those around them are often captivated by their lightheartedness and adaptability, believing that a Gemini's life is free of complications and constant in harmony. Yet, beneath this cheerful exterior lies a more complex dual nature. True to their symbol, the twins, Gemini has two sides that can often seem contradictory. On one hand, they are warm, loving, and genuinely interested in the people around them. On the other hand, they can be restless, indecisive, and at times, unpredictably self-serving. This duality allows them to adapt to any situation and see multiple perspectives, but it also means that what you see on the surface may not always reflect the deeper, hidden motivations within. A Gemini can switch moods, loyalties, and even intentions with remarkable speed, creating a whirlwind of confusion for anyone who underestimates the complexity of their character. In friendships and social interactions, Gemini's duality can be both a blessing and a challenge. Their playful and engaging nature makes them incredibly fun to be around. They are the friend who can lift a room with energy and keep conversations exciting and unpredictable. However, their shifting attention and desire for variety mean that they may sometimes drift away from commitments or leave others feeling uncertain about their true intentions. A Gemini can charm, inspire, and uplift, yet their need for novelty and stimulation can make them seem inconsistent or unreliable at times. This is not necessarily malicious. It is simply the reflection of an agile mind that craves engagement, excitement, and freedom. Gemini's dual nature becomes particularly apparent in romantic relationships. They are often sweet, attentive, and engaging partners, capable of deep emotional connection when their heart is fully invested. Their curiosity and desire for mental stimulation drive them to explore new ideas, experiences, and emotional depths, which can make them exhilarating partners. Yet, this same duality can create tension. Geminis may struggle with commitment, occasionally prioritizing novelty over stability or intellectual connection over emotional steadiness. Their mood can shift, leaving partners unsure of where they truly stand, and their innate restlessness can occasionally translate into flirtation or a wandering eye, even without intent to harm. Intellectually, Gemini thrives on stimulation. Their mind is constantly active, processing information at lightning speed, drawing connections, and seeking new experiences. This intellectual agility makes them quick thinkers, excellent conversationalists, and adaptive problem solvers. However, the downside of this mental energy is scattered focus and occasional indecision. Geminis may jump from one project to another or shift priorities rapidly, which can create chaos behind the scenes despite their calm and confident public image. Their dual nature allows them to see all sides of a situation, but it also means they may struggle with resolution, overanalyzing choices, or vacillating between extremes. The charm and sweetness of Gemini can sometimes mask deeper motives or complexities. While they rarely intend to deceive, their adaptability and duality can create situations where their actions are misinterpreted. They may present different versions of themselves to different people, adjusting their behavior to fit the circumstances. This can be a survival tactic, a way to navigate social dynamics effectively, or simply an expression of their multifaceted personality. However, it often leads others to feel uncertain about what is genuine and what is performative, contributing to the chaos behind the smile that characterizes Gemini's inner world. Emotional depth is another facet of Gemini's duality. While they appear lighthearted and carefree, many Geminis experience profound inner complexity. They may struggle with vulnerability, unsure of how much of themselves to reveal, and their dual nature can create internal conflict between their desire for intimacy and their need for independence. This internal push and pull can make them seem contradictory, affectionate one moment, distant the next, engaged and attentive, then suddenly distracted. Understanding a Gemini requires patience, curiosity, and the recognition that their outward behavior is only one layer of a deeply nuanced personality. In their professional lives, Gemini's duality is a powerful asset. Their ability to think on their feet, communicate effectively, and adapt to changing circumstances allows them to thrive in dynamic, fast-paced environments. They excel in roles that require versatility, creativity, and interpersonal skills. However, their restless nature can sometimes hinder long-term focus or make consistency a challenge. Gemini's strength lies in embracing their dual nature as a tool for growth and innovation, while remaining aware of the potential for distraction or scattered energy. Ultimately, Gemini is a master of paradox, outwardly delightful and playful, inwardly complex and unpredictable. Their dual nature allows them to navigate life with intelligence, wit, and charm, but it also means that they are capable of creating subtle chaos, intentionally or unintentionally. They are not inherently deceptive or malicious. Rather, their multifaceted personality reflects a natural desire for freedom, variety, and engagement with the world. Those who understand Gemini learn to appreciate the beauty in their contradictions, the way they can bring joy, excitement, and curiosity into life while challenging those around them to embrace uncertainty and complexity. The key to being close to a Gemini is acceptance, understanding that their dual nature is not a flaw, but an intrinsic part of who they are. Their playful sweetness is real, and their complexity adds depth, intrigue and richness to relationships. To navigate life with a Gemini is to ride the waves of unpredictability, charm, and intellectual stimulation, knowing that behind every smile lies a mind that is constantly in motion and a heart capable of both tenderness and chaos. In essence, Gemini teaches us that appearances can be deceiving, that sweetness can coexist with unpredictability, and that duality is not a weakness, but a form of extraordinary adaptability. Their smile can light up a room, their words can captivate hearts, and their presence can transform mundane moments into adventures. Yet, behind the smile, there is always more, a restless, curious, and multifaceted spirit that keeps everyone guessing, forever intrigued by the many layers of the Gemini soul. 2. Leo, radiant and magnetic, yet pride and dominance can make them ruthless in love. Leo, symbolized by the lion, is the embodiment of charisma, confidence, and authority. Their very presence commands attention, as if the universe itself conspires to make them the center of the spotlight. Radiant and magnetic, Leos have a natural allure that draws people toward them effortlessly. Whether entering a room, participating in a conversation, or performing on a stage, their energy is undeniably captivating. The warmth of their personality, combined with an innate sense of grandeur, makes them irresistible to those around them. Friends, admirers, and even strangers are often enchanted by Leo's charm, humor, and optimism, feeling an almost magnetic pull toward their radiant personality. Yet, beneath this dazzling exterior lies a complex and sometimes challenging character. Leo's pride is immense, serving as both a shield and a driving force. This pride manifests as a deep need for recognition, admiration, and validation. While they can be generous and nurturing, they are also acutely sensitive to slights, criticism, or neglect. When Leo feels unappreciated or undervalued, their charm can quickly turn into a more dominant, even ruthless demeanor. Their natural assertiveness and strong sense of self can make them unwilling to compromise in relationships or tolerate behavior they perceive as disrespectful. This intensity is not born of malice, but from a profound desire to be seen, honored, and acknowledged for their unique presence and efforts. In matters of love, Leo's dual nature is particularly striking. On one hand, they are fiercely loyal, passionate, and capable of extraordinary generosity. They shower their partners with affection, gifts, and attention, often going above and beyond to create memorable experiences. Their love is dramatic, expressive, and deeply heartfelt, reflecting the vibrant, larger-than-life personality that defines them. Leo seeks not just companionship, but admiration and emotional reciprocity, desiring a partner who can match their intensity, celebrate their accomplishments, and bask in the glow of their charisma. On the other hand, Leo's need for dominance and control can sometimes complicate romantic relationships. Their pride and ego make them highly attuned to perceived slights or challenges to their authority, and they are unlikely to back down when they feel wronged. In love, this can manifest as jealousy, possessiveness, or a need to assert themselves, sometimes in ways that feel overwhelming to their partner. Leo can be ruthless, not out of cruelty, but as a means of protecting their self-image and maintaining the respect they feel they deserve. Their intense passion can be both exhilarating and intimidating, leaving partners both thrilled and cautious of stepping out of line. Beyond pride and dominance, Leo's magnetic nature is fueled by creativity, passion, and a zest for life. They approach every endeavor, romantic, professional, or social, with a dramatic flair and a desire to leave a lasting impression. Leos thrive on admiration, but they are also natural leaders who inspire others through their confidence, vision, and decisiveness. They excel in environments that allow them to shine, express themselves fully, and take initiative, often becoming the center of attention simply through their presence. Emotionally, Leo is complex. Their warmth and generosity are real, but they also carry a core sensitivity beneath their regal exterior. They may not always admit vulnerability openly, as doing so can feel like a threat to their pride. This delicate balance between strength and sensitivity gives Leo a compelling, multidimensional character. They can be both commanding and tender, dominant, yet capable of deep empathy. Understanding Leo requires recognizing the interplay between their pride, desire for recognition, and genuine capacity for love. Leo's relationships, romantic or otherwise, often reflect their dual nature. They seek admiration and loyalty, but are capable of giving the same in return with unmatched intensity. They can forgive, protect, and nurture, yet their sense of justice and pride ensures that they will not tolerate disrespect or betrayal. In friendships and family dynamics, Leo's magnetic personality fosters loyalty, admiration, and a sense of excitement. Yet their desire for control and recognition can create tension if others feel overshadowed or unappreciated. A key aspect of Leo's personality is their ability to inspire. Their energy, confidence, and determination are contagious, motivating others to embrace their own strengths and pursue their ambitions. Their presence can illuminate a room, spark creativity, and energize social groups. Yet, the same qualities that make them magnetic, pride, intensity, and need for recognition, can make them formidable when they feel challenged or slighted. Leo's aura of confidence can be both empowering for those around them and intimidating for anyone who underestimates the depth of their ambition and emotional intensity. In professional settings, Leo thrives when given authority, recognition, and opportunities for creative expression. Their natural leadership and charisma allow them to excel in roles that require vision, decision-making, and public engagement. However, their pride can also make them impatient with criticism or slow progress, and they may struggle with environments that fail to acknowledge their contributions. Their magnetic personality ensures that they are noticed, but sustaining genuine respect requires both competence and the careful management of their ego. Ultimately, Leo embodies the juxtaposition of brilliance and dominance, warmth and intensity. Their radiant presence can be enchanting, drawing admiration and loyalty effortlessly. Yet their pride and need for control mean that their love and influence are not without complexity. In romance, they offer passion, generosity, and loyalty, yet their desire for respect and dominance can make them challenging partners. In social and professional life, they inspire, lead, and captivate, yet their ego demands careful attention to maintain harmony and balance. To truly understand Leo is to embrace both their brilliance and their intensity. They are the ones who light up the room, who inspire with confidence and creativity, and who love with unmatched fervor. Yet, they are also the ones who will assert themselves when their pride is threatened, ensuring that they are seen, valued, and respected. Their magnetic charm, combined with their complex duality of warmth and dominance, makes Leo a captivating force, radiant, powerful, and unforgettable. In essence, Leo teaches us that magnetism and dominance can coexist, that love can be both generous and demanding, and that pride, when balanced with empathy, can enhance rather than hinder connection. To be close to a Leo is to experience the thrill of admiration, the warmth of deep affection, and the challenge of navigating a heart and mind that are as complex as they are radiant. Their light is irresistible, their energy unforgettable, and their presence a perfect combination of angelic allure and a heart that, when provoked, can be unyieldingly powerful. 1. Scorpio, the ultimate combination, alluring, innocent-looking, but intensely vengeful and consuming. Scorpio, the 8th sign of the Zodiac, is often seen as one of the most enigmatic and complex personalities in astrology. Represented by the scorpion, this sign embodies intensity, mystery, and a magnetic presence that is both captivating and intimidating. At first glance, a Scorpio may appear calm, innocent, or even approachable, but beneath that surface lies a depth of emotion and power that few can fully comprehend. Their aura is compelling, drawing people toward them with an almost magnetic force, but it is this very intensity that makes them one of the most formidable signs of the zodiac. One of the most striking features of Scorpio is their ability to balance allure with an underlying potency. They can project a serene, innocent, or charming exterior, making others feel at ease and even protective toward them. Their expressions, gestures, and words often carry an air of subtle seduction. Though it is never overt or forced, it is inherent in the Scorpio's very being. This natural charm allows Scorpios to navigate social situations with ease, creating a sense of trust, fascination, or even admiration. People are drawn to Scorpios not just for their charisma, but because there is a constant underlying question. What lies beneath the surface? However, the Scorpio's beauty and magnetic presence conceal a complex inner world of emotions, ambition, and intensity. Their hearts are deep, and their feelings are rarely shallow or casual. When they care with a profound depth, often forming connections that are passionate, unwavering, and transformative. Yet, it is this very depth that makes them capable of extreme reactions when they feel betrayed, hurt, or disrespected. Scorpio's loyalty is fierce, but crossing them can awaken a vengeful and calculating side that is as intense as it is precise. They do not seek petty revenge. Instead, they analyze, plan, and strike with a focus that is almost surgical in its precision. Their ability to combine strategy with raw emotion makes them both awe-inspiring and, at times, terrifying. In love and relationships, Scorpio is unmatched in intensity. They approach romance not as a casual endeavor, but as a profound, soul-deep experience. Scorpios invest completely in their partners, offering devotion, passion, and an emotional connection that is transformative. They crave truth, authenticity, and emotional reciprocity, and they expect a level of loyalty that mirrors their own. This means that superficial interactions rarely satisfy a Scorpio. They are drawn to depth, meaning, and intensity. When in love, their magnetic charm, emotional insight, and intuitive understanding create bonds that feel unbreakable, but only as long as mutual respect and honesty are maintained. Yet, Scorpio's dual nature ensures that love is never simple. Their vulnerability is well guarded, and their trust is not easily earned. When deceived, hurt, or betrayed, Scorpio's response is deliberate, calculated, and intense. Unlike more impulsive signs, they do not act rashly. Rather, they process, reflect, and choose the most impactful moment to assert themselves. Their revenge, when provoked, is precise and unforgettable, which contributes to the perception of Scorpios as dangerously intoxicating. Those who underestimate their emotional depth or fail to respect their boundaries may find themselves facing consequences that feel inescapable. Scorpio's allure extends beyond their personal relationships. It permeates their social presence, professional life, and interactions with the world. Their magnetism commands attention, respect, and fascination. People often feel both drawn to and cautious of them, sensing an emotional intensity that is not immediately visible but palpably present. Scorpios excel in roles that require insight, strategy, or emotional intelligence, and they are adept at understanding motivations, reading between the lines, and navigating complex dynamics. Their intensity, coupled with a penetrating intellect, allows them to influence, persuade, and inspire those around them, often without overt displays of power. A key aspect of Scorpio's nature is their capacity for transformation. Ruled by Pluto, the planet of rebirth and regeneration, they are continually evolving. This transformative energy allows Scorpios to overcome challenges, shed limitations, and emerge stronger from life's trials. However, it also means that their inner world is constantly in flux. They can shift from alluring innocence to intense focus in a matter of moments. Their duality, simultaneously captivating and consuming, is central to their identity. It makes them fascinating, unpredictable, and at times, dangerously irresistible. Scorpio's intensity is not limited to personal relationships. They apply the same depth, focus, and passion to all areas of life, whether it be career, personal growth, or creative pursuits. Their ambition, combined with strategic thinking and relentless determination, enables them to excel in challenging situations. Yet, their drive is tempered by emotional insight, making them uniquely capable of understanding human dynamics, motivations, and vulnerabilities. This combination of power and perception ensures that Scorpios are not just participants in life, they are shapers, influencers, and at times, masters of their environment. However, this same intensity can be overwhelming for those who are unprepared. Scorpio's emotional depth, fierce loyalty, and occasional vindictiveness can make casual acquaintances feel cautious, while close friends or partners may experience the full force of their passionate, consuming nature. They are not a sign to take lightly. Loving, understanding, or working with a Scorpio requires respect, honesty, and emotional resilience. Yet for those who earn their trust and devotion, a Scorpio's love and loyalty are unmatched. They give fully, fiercely, and without reservation, offering a transformative presence that is both protective and magnetic. Ultimately, Scorpio embodies the ultimate combination of contrasts: angelic appearance with a powerful, sometimes dangerous inner world, charm paired with intensity, loyalty entwined with a capacity for vengeance. Their presence is unforgettable, their passion all-encompassing, and their influence profound. To know a Scorpio is to experience the full spectrum of human emotion: love, passion, betrayal, and transformation through a lens that is uniquely intense, alluring, and consuming. In essence, Scorpios are the embodiment of allure and danger. Their innocent-looking faces mask hearts capable of deep love and intense retribution. They are magnetic, complex, and unforgettable, leaving an indelible mark on anyone who crosses their path. To love, challenge, or even simply interact with a Scorpio is to engage with a force that is as enchanting as it is powerful. An intoxicating mixture of angelic allure and a heart that can consume or protect with equal ferocity. Their lives, relationships, and presence serve as a reminder that true intensity is rarely simple, and that the most captivating souls often carry the deepest, most consuming power. Now that you've seen the intensity behind Scorpio's angelic face, we want to hear from you. Which zodiac sign do you think hides the darkest secrets behind the sweetest smiles? Drop your answer in the comments below, share your experiences, and don't forget to subscribe to Zodiac Signs TV for more fascinating insights into the stars.